Good morning everyone, so we'll be looking at another Invicta watch. You might notice just from comparing different sort of Invicta watches across my channel that this box doesn't really look the same as the other ones, and I'm not too sure why that is. I think I thought they always had the same sort of design, but especially with these models. We're actually looking at another Invicta Speedway watch today, but initial look at the box, we've got this obviously line stitching down here. Still got that sunray sort of effect across the box, but it's more rigid this time. It looks like we've got a preview window here, but it's not actually a preview window. I think it's just meant to look like that. Nice Invicta print embossed on the side there. Full grey effect. Let's have a look inside. See a very, very different sort of grey effect to the inside of the box. It might just be particular to this watch. I haven't looked into it massively. So here we go guys, this is the Invicta Speedway 9223. I have done the 9221 as well, which is the original sort of Panda design. Let's get that's probably better. There we go, turn the light off. So it's got this is a 39mm watch with a 13mm case thickness, so it's not a really thick watch. Really shines quite nicely, just with all the sort of the stainless steel design. Retails at £70, weighs about 180 grams I'd say, and uses a Japanese quartz TMI VD53B-14 quartz movement. So let's move on to the face of the watch. So looking at the face here, you might notice obviously that this watch there's no getting away from the fact that it follows the homage of the design towards the Daytona, the Rolex Daytona. A very, very popular sort of design, the Daytona for this watch, but then Invicta have added their own unique detail here. They've added a jet black checkered with a line centerpiece to the actual dial here. You might be able to see this here. You can see the lined effect in the middle here and the checked effect on the outside. This and it's more of a jet black colour as well. Adds a nice deep tone to the watch. Coming out to the hands and the increments, they're all fully luminous, using Trittonite luminous material. Watch is waterproof to 200 meters, and across the face of the actual watch, you've got mineral glass covering that face. Let's have a little look at the chronograph movement. Actually, yeah, I keep forgetting it's not buttons, it's screw outs. But if you've got sore fingers like me, don't recommend a Daytona, especially if you screw this down nice and tight. A nice firm click to the chronograph movement there, really nice feedback to the button. It's got a nice ticking effect going along there, and a nice wind back function. I like the ones that go all the way around the actual opposite way of the face when going back. Overall, it's a very, very nice style watch, and you've also got a 24-hour readout just in that right-hand side dial there. Left-hand side dial tracks the chronograph moving up to an hour. So moving out to the bezel, we've got a full tachymeter style bezel there, and Invicta print on the actual casing there. Not very commonly seen with watch casings, don't often see the print on the side. Looking at the crown, we've got a screw down style crown with two positions, because you've got a date dial as well as obviously the main time. Third position, a very nice well defined click moving out to the first position, and a decent second position as well. It's a little bit cheap on the movement, but £70 has got to come out of it somewhere. Got a decent movement to it as well. There's not much play on the hands. Feels a little bit flimsy, but it's what can you expect really. But the element of quality comes out with Invicta in terms of their manufacture, like how they make it and stuff like that, in terms of the operation ability of the watch. Just going to screw that back down in place. Currently it's 6 o'clock. Well, it's not actually 6 o'clock. So, coming down to the strap, we've got a 20mm strap following the same sort of style as an Oris Perpetual watch, with that two-tone metal effect in there. So you've got a lined outside effect with matte finish, chrome inside finish, and this is actually adjustable by little tiny pins rather than screws. If you're familiar with oyster straps, they use screws rather than pins to adjust, so you need a little hammer and a pin to knock those pins out. The clasp is a cheaper style clasp with a safety buckle, matte effect lined top with the Invicta print on it, a double fold over system with a nice clicker as well, just to put that back in place. Helps I don't shut my glove in it. Come around to the back plate. Just turn it right on now so you can see that. Nice Invicta back plate there, just a few more markings on the back there, just so you can learn a bit more about the watch. I'm not sure if I mentioned that it's 200 meter water resistance, but I have now. So there you go guys, that is the Invicta Speedway 9223.